All right, today I'm going to do something slightly different and maybe unexpected. I'm going to recommend three books that are for Christian nationalism. So, as I've thought a lot about Christian nationalism, these books I think capture the arguments for Christian nationalism and religious nationalism pretty well. I'm not going to criticize them in this video. There are criticisms out there on the internet, but if you're looking to get an understanding of how the proponents of Christian nationalism are thinking and how they're making their arguments, these are three books that I would recommend. The first one is The Case for Christian Nationalism by Stephen Wolfe. This came out right as I was finishing up the manuscript from my book, Disarming Leviathan, and so I didn't get a chance to fully engage what Wolfe put into this and his work, which he did a lot of work on this book. But since then, I've had an opportunity to read it a few times and to engage in it in some of my work. And Wolfe is arguing, I think, if I'm understanding it right, that Christian nationalism is a preferable way to engage in government. It's something that Christians should desire, especially as an alternative to secularism or the secular state. He makes the argument that having a Christian country that promotes Christian values by a Christian leader or a Christian prince is a good thing to pursue, that it's godly and that can produce or at least propagate and cultivate godliness in the community. And so take a look at The Case for Christian Nationalism by Stephen Wolfe. The second book is The Case for Nationalism, How It Made Us Powerful, United, and Free by Rich Lowry. This book, I think it assumes Christianity. So there's parts where it's just talking about nationalism or American nationalism. And Larry is coming at this from a political angle that the nationalism that he sees in America's history has been one of the key proponents for our growth. And so you could take a look at Lowry's book. It's relatively accessible, and would highly recommend that if you're looking for a more it's not a secular version of Christian nationalism, but probably more political ideology inclined than maybe Wolfe's book is, which is a little bit thick into the Reformed theology. And then finally, this is written by a Jewish scholar, Yoram Hazony, and it's called The Virtue of Nationalism. And this is an older work. The one I'm holding is a second edition. And he's arguing as a Jew from his perspective, and he riffs on some Old Testament themes and sees nationalism as a good to pursue. But it's not Christian nationalism that he's specifically arguing for. All three of these books share similar themes and similar perspectives, but they do have their own unique nuance, which is a great reminder that American Christian nationalism has a variety of different proponents and different perspectives who are advocating for it. But these three books should give you a helpful understanding of how those who are arguing for Christian nationalism are thinking about the issue.